All right. This is crazy because this is dangerous. I get the point, but this is crazy. It's gonna be short on this topic, and then we're gonna rotate. I said I was getting off at 11, so this is perfect. I did a good 3 hours. Amazing. But look, this is crazy, out of pocket, outlandish, disgusting. What is this about? I get it, but I don't get it. The Trump administration is reportedly exploring strategies to address the declining U.S. birth rate. Since 1990, the U.S. total fertility rate has dropped from 2.1 births per woman to 1.6 births per woman in 2023, according to the CDC. Experts attribute this decline to factors such as the rising prevalence of dual-income households, escalating living costs, and evolving social norms. That's a great way to summarize exactly what's occurring and why having a child is very scary. That's a great way to summarize that. Nonetheless, various groups have proposed solutions, including a $5,000 baby bonus for new mothers, expanded child. I guess I should go to this one so y'all could have read it. I'm stupid. Child tax credits for funding, menstrual health, education, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so we are worried about the population, right? In a place where we're supposedly overpopulated, that the government, hey, this technically is conspiracy, that the government is technically really trying to reduce the population in a sense, or keep us sick into the hospital medical system, big pharma system. At the same time, they want us to keep producing. So, and then at the same time, they're trying to take away abortion rights. So they want people to produce that way and not, man, it's crazy. So you want to put more Americans on soil that, in like Los Angeles and New York and all these major metropolises, they're already overpacked and overpopulated for the square footage or square mile or whatever you call it. You want to propose people, you give people $5,000 to have a baby. Do you understand? I know it don't mean shit. It don't mean nothing. 5,000 ain't shit when it comes to a kid. But think about what people was doing for PPP loans. Think about what people was doing for social benefits when you have kids, and food stamps and whatever people think about to get the benefit tax return, whatever the societal norms are of kids and the benefit of them financially. You mean to tell me, and just government money to do the basic shit, you mean to tell me that's not going to bump up the birth rate amongst young people without the idea that it could be, how detrimental it could be to them, how they'd be like, do shit, people that don't have parental guidance or nothing, that's just gonna be like, I get pregnant, oh well, fuck it, if I had a baby, I'm getting $5,000. People literally act like that though. I know people can't be that broke, but they're proposing 5,000. What, that helps with the first 2 months of Pampers and food? Or they probably breastfeeding, so Pampers and what's that, buy you a crib and get you the bare necessities. I'm assuming that's not underlying $5,000. Like $5,000 can't set you up a whole baby room and have you good for a couple months probably. So it can do that, but it's like that a baby bonus. So, and you mean to tell me it's an expanded child tax credit, so you're going to get a little bit more money back for each child per year, and you get 5 bands to have a baby. So it's going to take you 9 months to get $5,000. You're going to make 4,200 a month. I mean, 400, what, 20, what, 9 months? $420 a month. For 9 months. 450 approximately. That's crazy. That to me makes me feel like the people with less than, the people we already don't need having babies. Let's think about all the mentally unstable people and mentally unstable couples out there, and people that already don't all the way have it there and are flat broke. Fuck it, let's just have a baby. Yes, it's gonna take 9 months, but fuck it, 9 months, it's $5,000. Let's just have a baby. That shit is gonna really fucking like fuck with people. And it's gonna make people be like, I could really do that. I could really do that. I'm not saying obviously, fuck no, I wouldn't. That's not no motivation. Now, this can be beneficial though if you already are planning on having a child, or you're a mentally responsible couple that is like, all right, well, we do know if we do have a baby, we can get 5,000 for this to do this with and you know, whatever what the government wants to give. All right, cool. There's people that will be able to benefit off of it. uh there's people that can benefit off that for sure. But if you're being strategic with having your child and you know what you're doing, then yeah, by all means, take advantage of the 5,000. But I just worry about the inner cities and the less educated, and specifically the Hispanic and Black communities who have misguided upbringings, a lot of them, and are just in positions where any dollar matters, anything matters, whatever. I will fuck it. I won't get rid of it because of X. It's just, it can be a scary thing to a certain demographics of people, specifically uneducated people, excuse me. And this is just a type of shit that can fuck up society even more. This is, granted, I see what they're trying to do, but bruh, honestly, this generation of people that would probably take advantage of this don't need to be having kids anyway, if we being 100% honest. You know what I'm saying? Like, we being 100% honest. The younger generation, if you're not over 28 right now, you don't need to be having kids, bruh. I'm just telling you, not just saying you stupid. But if you're not over 28, it's just a certain amount of life you need to live. I feel like I don't even have real kids. My dogs are my kids. But it's a certain amount of life that I feel like you should have to live and experience before you're able to reproduce. And that's a whole nother story we can talk about for Third Law, and just not a conspiracy, but just a dope conversation. Certain people shouldn't be able to reproduce, man. It's just not a good thing, bro. Huh? Huh? I don't know. But yeah, kids is just, you should have a certain amount of life lived or life experiences. And I think I wouldn't say 9 times out of 10. It depends on how your upbringing, how much you're able to disconnect from your family upbringing. But I would say a lot of people actually have lived a lot of life by the age of 28 to 30. Like, you've been able to mature, and man and woman, you've been able to mature, you've been able to get your mind right, because to have a baby, people don't realize you got to change the way you eat. Your sleep changes, your movements, behaviors you change, your attitude changes, your significant other changes. There's a lot of stuff that comes with that. You know what I'm saying? And it's just one of those things where reproduction needs to be taken more serious. And this $5,000 is just gonna make younger people who don't have these life experiences, who have not matured and past certain levels, are becoming parents. And that's what's fucking up our country even more for the last 15 years, to be honest. My generation low-key started it, but this generation is fucking it up. These young kids, oh my God, could you imagine that, having a baby? Good Lord. That matters. Think about that. Think about what you just said, bro. Think about them type of people reproducing. And like what type of upbringing that's gonna be in the household. Think about that. That's scary. I couldn't imagine that being my father. Man, it's hard out here, bro.